Yeah, guys. Hit me up with the Q and A if you got an A. Bam, 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 bam. Good morning, good afternoon here. It's nearly 2 o'clock. Kenneth Balan, San Minshu, hello. Good morning, Tish. Sup, people? Just had a nice little nap in the park. Really beautiful, sunny out here. Kenneth says, I want to learn more from you and JR. Good afternoon, Tish. TNT boys. Mackie's team. Yeah. I've got to do some more TNT boys. If there's specific ones you want me to do, can you email them to me? Email me a list, please, from ones that I haven't done. So it's all in one place. Email them to my email, rashedh@hotmail.com. And that would be really good. That way I can get to it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Oh. Been working on my blend, guys. Morning in by JVC. Too hot. It is pretty hot. It is pretty hot, but I'm in the mood for the sun today. I'm in the mood for it. It's really beautiful. Thank you, Tish. That'll really help me. I get a lot of requests and sometimes I get lost in it. TDL. No, because I don't know how to contact him, man. I think I put out a request and I didn't get a response, so admittedly I didn't try every single avenue because I have been really busy and I just wanted to find my time first because there was more interviews that I was hoping to do. But yeah, it's just an extra effort to try to tee up interviews. It's a bit difficult because I'm doing a lot of lessons at the moment. I do about 10 lessons a week, 10 or 12 lessons a week, and with the mirror and everything. So it would be absolutely amazing if I could with him though. Yes, please include the links, Tish. Thanks. It's rachedh@hotmail.com. Thank you, I appreciate that. Cora Garcia, good morning, coach. Hey, what's up? Happy 100K. Thank you, Sanmin. Hola, Gabrielle. How to sing high notes, says Kenneth, especially when you're out of breath. Or high notes using falsetto. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, well, you do both. You do both. Both. Thanks, Tish, for the 100K. Yeah, man. Kenneth, if you want to sing high notes, you got to learn to sing not just high notes, but any note with a long breath. So if you're running out of breath, you have to train your foundation, which is the notes that you're currently comfortable with. Those notes have to become very easy for you to hold before you can attempt to hold high notes. Okay, so let's say you want to hold a high note for like 3 seconds or even 2 seconds, right? Or even 1 second. To just hit that high note for 1 second, it's a lot of work. And if you can't do the notes below it for like 3 to 5 seconds or whatever, you got no hope of doing it, all right? Or you might do it, but it might not be comfortable. You might not be able to repeat it. You might not have any it might not have a nice sound to it because it's underdeveloped, because the foundation below it is not ready. Okay, so it's like building a pyramid, and the only part, the tip is your limits. All right, so the more you're getting towards your limit, the less of a denseness there is. It's not like a square, right, where it's like it's strong all the way up, like an apartment block. All right, your voice doesn't really work like that. It's more like a pyramid where the top of your voice is like your limit, and you're gradually reaching your limit. Okay, so here's where it's really comfortable. You can just go, it's easy, right? Yeah. So then as you get higher and higher, it becomes harder, and the amount you can hold the note is less. So to work on it, you got to imagine like this is like the piano, okay? And here's the highest note that you can hit. So you got to go under there and try to hit those notes for as long as you can, and then develop and keep going higher, slowly. Watch, I'll show you my range, right? And then I'll give an example. So, let me take a breath. Almost in chest. So I don't know what note that is, but it's an example of showing how I can go across my entire range. All right, so you need to learn your whole range in order to develop your range higher. You can't just think, I just want to go, ah. You can't just think that. Ah. You can't just start there. You know what I mean? You got to go from the bottom. Flipping there. You get what I mean? Yeah. So it's a very common question, right? And it's like runs or just singing well, like on pitch really accurately. People want to get there now, and I'm the same. I want to get there now. And the biggest lesson I've learned is if it's fast, you need to slow down. If it's high, you need to low down. So you got to go lower to develop the highs. Okay, you got to be comfortable in your low notes and be able to really hold those lower notes, not just the low, I mean your whole range. But lower than the high one you're trying to hit. That's what I mean. So you got to be super comfortable at those notes. You got to be able to hold it. You got to be able to do vibrato in it. You got to be able to do it over and over. If it happens 10 times in a song, you got to be able to do it without running out of breath, without getting tired, whatever. Okay. So you got to think of a high note. It's kind of like a sprint, all right? Or it's like a long run, like a 5K run, all right? To develop that, imagine how much work it's going to take. Let's say you want to develop a 12-second 100-meter sprint, or 10-second, or whatever. Like the world record is like 10 seconds, right? You want to sing like the world-class singers. You need to train the way they do, all right? And some people naturally have it, yes. Some people are more comfortable higher. But to get higher than you are, you need to train how the world-class people train. So imagine, how does a world-class sprinter train? Look up what they do. They do a lot of work, all right? And they don't just sprint. They do all this other kind of training to get them there. So I can't tell you in a few minutes how to do all the different training methods, but generally I'll tell you, develop your entire range. Don't just think about the highest note you can hit. Think about all of those notes to get there. Okay, so I'll quickly give you the two ways that I train it. So one way is to train to change the key of the song and work up. So you can look on my website, there's apps to change the key of the song. So you can just work up every note, practice holding every note for a couple of seconds. All right, something like that. Or practice the song in lower key and then work up, one key at a time. And then the other method is to sing the note, if you can reach the note, sing the note, and then sing the low version of the note, the low octave. So if the note is ah, sing or ah, and alternate. So you're getting your rest down the bottom, and then you're going back up to the top. So that's two methods that I use. And running out of breath, you just got to practice singing until you run out of breath, and then you gradually get better at it. Excuse me. TDL, yeah, I see some people leaving Daryl messages on IG, Facebook that they DM'd him. I guess there's too many of them. Yeah, I did send him on Instagram. He didn't reply to that. I don't know if I emailed. The way you practice it is do them very slowly, keep them connected, try to figure out what the notes are. And you do that by checking out the apps on my website so you can slow the music down. All right, I'm going to be creating more vocal run videos where I show the exact notes of very impressive runs so that you can go to a piano and learn those notes very slowly. You can go to my Pitch Trainer, which is a web app I'm developing. You can check out my website for that. It's the first version of it is already out. You can put the notes in and actually check your pitch to see if you're actually on pitch. So to practice a run, go very, very slowly. Start with runs that break runs up into very small notes, like 3 or 4 notes, or start with runs that are only short and work on them very slow motion and then go faster. So for example, ooh, that run is ooh, all right, ooh. Can you do it like that? Do it like that first, and then try to go faster. Ooh, very gradually. Ooh, 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 ooh. So for you, for a beginner, you would spend weeks in the slow zone. I'm just showing you quickly now, but in reality, you have to spend a lot of time in that slow zone. That's where I start. That's where I learn all my runs, in that slow zone. Okay, first I listen to it quick, I try. If I can't get it in a few minutes, then I start to slow things down. Okay? Hope that helps. Whoa. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a run that I'm learning at the moment from Let It Snow by Boyz II Men and Brian McKnight. Scooby-Doo, Coach, I'm experiencing strain from my jaw when I slowly hit in high notes. Why is that happening? Strain in your jaw. I don't know. Do you open your mouth really wide? You don't even need to open your mouth that wide to sing a high note. Watch. Ah. I'm not going like this, I'm not like Pavarotti with my mouth open. So I'm not sure why you're feeling tension in your jaw. You might feel it in your neck. I'm just chasing the sun, guys. Feel it in your neck and in like muscles here, because you will use them when you try to go higher. Have you ever seen singers when they get the vein in the neck? You will feel it as you go higher there, and it does get easier though, and you feel it less and less as you get stronger. I'm not sure why you're experiencing in your jaw, because your jaw shouldn't really move that much. I'm not sure, man. You might need to give me more information. Sorry. I haven't heard of that before. Sanmin, how to control shaky voice, or like how to have proper breathing? Good. I like this question. Something I deal with very often with my students, okay? And it's very, very hard to fix. All right. Guess what? I created a web app for this. So my trainer is designed to show you your pitch. And if you don't hit a perfect straight line, you're off pitch. That means you're shaky. You will see literally your voice shaking all around instead of being a straight line. So I created this because I have several students that I've been with long term, and they really struggle to sing a note still or straight. Ooh, how do I say goodbye? No vibrato, ready? I'll do it with no vibrato, and you can see how steady every note is. How do I say goodbye to what we have? See how everything's very, very steady? All right, so let's go simpler. Happy birthday to you. See how steady it is? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. So it's very steady, right? On purpose, no vibrato. That steadiness comes from doing one note at a time and learning to get each note super steady. And that's what I created my web app for. So check that out. Go to my website, go to trainer in the menu, and you can subscribe to that app. It will change your ability. There's going to be a lot of updates coming to the app, so it's a bit expensive at the moment. That's because I'm going to be adding a lot of upgrades that won't cost anything. And I'm going to be I've already created, I'm in the process, a very detailed guide of how to use it. So if you're not going to get that, it's very hard for you to tell. But the way that you do it is you hit a note with the piano and you try to sing along with it and stay super steady. That's all I can say. That's the skill. Now, the web app is powerful because it shows you in a visual line how steady you actually are. Because in my experience, beginners can't tell that they're being shaky. They don't actually notice. It's too early for them to notice that. So the visual representation forces you to see that. Okay? Hope that helps. It's very hard, okay? Once you can develop a steady voice, you're well on your way to sounding professional. It's one of the hardest skills to do. A steady voice also has to do with the speed of the song. Some songs have a very quick change of words and melody, right? And the quicker the note change, the more likelihood you're going to be shaky. So it's harder to change quick, all right? I was checking this girl next door when her parents went out. She phoned, say, hey, boy, come on right around. So when I got the door, you were standing with a bottle of red wine ready to pour. So hitting every note really accurately on a faster song is harder. But even doing it on slow songs is hard because you have to hold the notes longer, and that's difficult in itself. So it's very complicated, and I've worked with my students dozens of lessons, always saying, fix the pitch, always working on the pitch, correcting the pitch, getting rid of the shaky pitch. I spent dozens of lessons with students on this. This is very, very hard. It's a great question, but you have to be patient. It's going to take a lot of work. Rod Mitchell, and how to make my voice reliable? Well, you got to be able to do the same thing over and over. That's how. Okay, so whatever it is that you're trying to do, instead of just singing the song from the beginning to the end, pick the part that you struggle with or that you think is hard. Can you sing it 3-4 times in a row? If you can't, that means you need to just practice doing that over and 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 over, hundreds to thousands of reps over time until it gets very, very comfortable, okay? That's how you make your voice reliable. If you can't do the same high note a couple of times, that means it's too high for you. You're going to need to drop the key. You're not going to be able to do 3-4 reps of it. You know what I mean? Hi from Russia. Hey, Anel. I use falsetto more often. Cool. Yeah, you can use falsetto or you can go high chest. Up to you. Filipino, hey, Scooby-Doo. I know, Filipino. Coach, fix your mic. We can't hear you. You still can't hear me? Nah. That was a while ago. I wonder how long it was going for. Well, there's only 1 minute. Cool. Only 1 minute. Sorry about that. My website is this plug is very sensitive because I got a case on my phone. My website is rnbsinginglessons.com. So it's R N for Nelly B singinglessons.com. The name of the app, it's not an app like on your phone, it's a web app. So it's like a website that has a program that runs in it type of thing, but you can use it on your phone. You need to use headphones with it when you use it. Otherwise it won't measure you properly because it'll hear the sound out of the speaker. It's called Trainer. On my website, just go to where it says Trainer. Yeah, in my neck, coach. Yeah, you will feel it in your neck. That's normal. And it gets stronger and you feel it less and less the better you get at high notes. As the muscles develop, you feel them less, if that makes sense. It becomes easier. Can I sing in Arabic? Says Khawla Khaled. Yes, I can sing a bit in Arabic. Probably forgot the words, but I'll try one. انتي مشيتي وبكيت الوردي باب الهنا ضيعتي مفتاحه إلا حنيني ما بقى عندي طق السنانة تناحو. I forgot that bit. على واه نرجع متل ما كنا على واه زورك وبتجي عنا وبيك يستقبلني وأمك تدللني داخلك تفيلي قلبي ضو shit, I forgot the word. داخلك تفيلي قلبي دوابتني على وا. Yeah, that's a little bit. I haven't done it in a while. I need to refresh. What's Renzo? Bakit pa ba? Nasaktan ko ang isang tulad mo na labis na nagmamahal. Hindi napansin na walang katulad ang galay ng pag-ibig mo sa akin. Ako sana muli ay patawarin. So I'm leaning over a bit, so I fucked up my falsetto a bit. Can I ask you some questions on some of the lines that I don't know? How do you do it? Which lines? Yeah. You're welcome, Rod. Pam. What's up? Hola. Thank you, man. Or girl. I don't know, you're a girl, but Hola. Sounds like a girl. Thank you. How to get vibrato better? Jonard asks. Great question. Like this. Ooh. Okay, you gotta create that ooh sound, and then very, very gradually you're gonna learn to speed that up. It takes months to years. This is very, very hard. Took me a very long time to work on it, and I still work on it. My recent covers of Pavarotti, he does a really fast vibrato, and it was very, very hard to get that fast at vibrato. It's like doing runs, developing a very fast, controlled vibrato. Pensier. See that? It's very, very hard, man. Very hard. Work on it like crazy. Scooby-Doo, your voice gives me chills. It's so soothing. Thank you. Thanks so much. That sounds amazing, Coach. Thank you, Muslina. Thanks, Coach. That helps a lot. I might get that app. Also love your stay voice. Thank you. I worked really hard to develop this Sandminch. So very, very hard. It was not a natural overnight thing. Okay, it's something that takes thousands and thousands, if not millions of reps before it becomes natural sounding. Okay, so I really appreciate what you're saying, and I want to encourage you to take the first steps of a million-step journey. Okay, keep doing it. And get the materials that I create for you. Get the app, get the videos, get the things to help you. Like, I create these things not just to make money. Of course I'm charging, it's not free, but these videos are free, and I'm giving you free info. But I create those things because my dream has been, since I learned to sing, as I was learning, as I got better and better, and when I got good enough that I was like, I think I know how all this works now. I want to teach other people. My dream has been to create ways for you guys to learn the best. And the current thing that I've got created for you guys is videos, which, people have had videos forever, and a web app. And there's also plenty of apps available. But of course, I try to create it in the way that I think is the most powerful way based on my personal experience. And, every teacher's got their way. But if you guys like my style of teaching, I really hope you support by getting those things that I create for you. And show me, I want to hear your voices. I want to hear how you're going as well. This isn't just about me. It's about you. And it's about your journey. I put up my journey on YouTube. You can see my before and afters. You can see all the things that I've done. Since 10 years ago, I don't delete nothing. Even if I screw up and I don't sound good on my old videos or whatever, I don't care. I leave it. It's part of the journey. You know what I mean? Thank you, JBC. Shifting clouds. Sometimes when singing, it feels like my voice catches and doesn't want to smoothly move into the next note. How can I practice to reduce that catch feeling sound? It's a great question. I don't really know how to answer it without hearing your voice. It's a very specific question. I haven't heard it phrased that way before. But all I would say is reduce the amount of notes that you're doing so you can try to isolate what's happening. So for example, just try to do 2 notes back and forth. Can you do it like that? Okay, if you can do that, then make it 3 notes. I'm just doing 3 notes on repeat, by the way. And then backwards. So lessen the notes, okay? Happy birth. Just lessen the notes. You should be able to move through them like that, okay? If you can't, I don't know, I have to hear you, bro. Good job on memorizing JL song. Thank you. It was a lot of work. It was so much work. I psyched myself out. I thought I couldn't do it, but I was patient, and 2 months later, I think, I had it down. So it's a beautiful song. It was worth it. Kenneth, well, Coach, that whole line you sang, I'm always out of breath, especially on the falsetto, is too long for me. Yeah, because falsetto, you have more air that you're pushing out, so it's harder. That's why. You just got to keep doing it. Every morning I do 20 minutes falsetto training, minimum. What's one that I'm doing? We can fly. Wait. We can fly away. See how long it is with falsetto? So I train lots of falsetto things. With you. I didn't take a big breath before that, but you get the idea. Like you train lots of, you just got to do it over and over and over and over and over and over. Have you done it for 1,000 reps? If you haven't done enough. That's how you got to look at it. I'm serious. You can't call it failing. You're on your way. You're not failing. You're on, you're on rep 75 of 1,000. You need to think of it that way. Okay? You don't think of it as, I haven't done it yet and I've tried 75 times. You need to think of it as, hey, I'm going to keep doing it until I do it. And that might take 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 reps over many, many days, many months, many years. Be patient. Be patient. And work hard every day. Don't quit. Hey, the one. Finally got a live stream. Hi, morning from Russia. You're welcome, Janad. Hey, from Kazakhstan. Hi, Force. Miss your JR reactions. I need to get back to it. I do miss it too. Here's a feature on a Wish Bus. Yes, that'll be fine. I don't have any interviews lined up at the moment. I do have some people that I was going to interview, but I've put it on hold because I'm just super busy and I just feel overworked. So I just need to pull back a bit. Coach, can you please do a reaction on Bugoye? Yeah, hopefully coming. I saw that in my feed. You're welcome, Shifting Clouds. Hey, Via, thank you. We're learning how to sing for free. You sure are? You're learning a lot. I really appreciate if you guys give me super chats, or more importantly, buy my products because they're very, very useful. You only fail when you quit. That's right. I love it, Pam. Thank you, Coach. How do you go about doing a vocal break? And when should you do it during a song preferably? It's up to you. I love, like, for example, John Saga, Gus Sebastian, JR, Michael Pangilina, and Jason D. They're all masters at their breaks, right? So you wanna practice that. Sean from Boyz II Men. So just practice going from one note to the next. You will always be. I've been practicing from Boyz II Men. You will always be. You will always be. Because that's always been a weak point for me. So just go between two notes. You. Like that, back and forth, okay? Work on that, on different notes. That line is very, very hard for me, Coach. Because it goes super high, man. It's really hard because it goes super high. All right.